16 trillion.
I apologize,
and every other
Sean.
economic...
Hold on to that thought. We want to take you live now to Janesville, Wisconsin, and that is the Republican vice presidential nominee, Paul Ryan. There with, I believe that was his wife, screen left a moment ago. So these are live pictures coming to us now, and we'll continue our conversation here with Sean. But if our viewers were with us some 45 minutes ago, you saw Mitt Romney and Ann Romney cast their ballot in Belmont, Massachusetts. And now we see Paul Ryan back home, the southern part of the state in Wisconsin, a guy who's represented that district now for 14 years.
He's taking his children and his wife Janet to the voting place with him, and she's going to vote as well, of course. But the kids have been, sort of a big part of all of this process. Some real cute pictures that have come out of them. They've clearly been enjoying it all. And, so many people across the country believe in bringing your kids with you when you go to vote and making them part of the process so that they will grow up seeing that happen and that they will want to be active parts of the process themselves. Hug for a lady there in the polling place.
It was a tradition for my mother and me.
Every time.
We'd walk up Treeview Drive, across Neeb Road, and cast our ballot. Then we would walk back.
And here you are, still hooked on the whole process, as am I.
That's right. So, Sean, you were saying, what is your best argument for how Mitt Romney wins today?
Well, I'd be glad to be interrupted by Congressman Ryan any day of the week, so that was great to show that. But Barack Obama, when he came into office, he said that he was going to fix the problems that he faced. He understood the breadth of them, and he had the solutions for them. The unemployment rate is higher, the debt is higher, energy prices are higher, education costs are higher. So that argument that Brad made just frankly doesn't hold water. But second of all, listen to what Governor Romney's been saying on the trail. He's not going to complain about what he's going to inherit, and frankly, it's going to be worse than what President Obama inherited. He's going to, day one, get the job done and fix the problems. And that's what America's looking for right now, is someone who's going to tackle the bold problems that this country faces with real solutions.
Well, you know what their argument is, losing 800,000 jobs that first month they took office, and on it went from there. But as you look at the map today and all the data that you've crunched, what concerns you?
Nothing, actually. I actually feel very good today. We've got the issues on our side. People like, in poll after poll, they talk about how Governor Romney's leadership and economic solutions are what this country is looking for. We've got the intensity of our base bill. I mean, when you talk about the people out there on the ground, they are fired up much more so than the other side. We're making more voter contacts than we've ever made in the history of our side. And then if you look at, again, go to the polling and look at the independents. The independents from anywhere from 9, 10% all the way up to 20 in every one of these battleground states is breaking for Governor Romney, and that's a very positive sign. So I think we're looking to have a very good night.
Yeah, it is true in 2008 that President Obama beat John McCain by 8 points among independents, and some of this polling we've seen this week, in fact, has Governor Romney up 15 points in that category. This is what we're hearing, though, in polling places in the battleground states now. Not outside the battleground states, but in places like Ohio and especially New Hampshire. They're talking about record turnout numbers at some of these polling stations already. Now, does a strong turnout, does that help you or does that hurt you?
Well, obviously, it depends on who's turning out, but as I kind of mentioned before, we've had probably the most robust and enthusiastic and energetic get-out-the-vote effort in the history of the Republican side. So when we talk about the number of volunteers and voter contacts that we've made, if we're doing our job and getting these folks out, then absolutely this is a good thing. The Obama side did a really good job of touting their early vote numbers, but they cannibalized what's referred to as the high-propensity voters, those people who normally would have voted on Election Day. Republican voters tend to vote on Election Day to begin with, so our early vote numbers came from low-propensity voters, where we spent our time and effort getting those folks who are less likely to vote really out there to vote, and then knowing that our high-propensity voters would do what they always do, would get out there on Election Day. So if there are guys, this is a great scene for us.
Sean, thank you. We asked your Democratic counterpart. I will ask you in the 5 seconds we have left. If your side wins, what's the margin?
Oh, it's going to be close. I 3% maybe, 3%. I think it's going to be a close election, but there's no question Governor Romney is going to be elected the next president tonight.
Sean Spicer, thank you from the RNC. Appreciate your time. Thank you, Sean.